All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal, and I'm here with
Kyle
and
Blake-opotamus Rex.
Wow.
That was really white of you. That was very white.
Blake. My name's Blake.
That's Blake. Blake's a cool guy.
It's Blake.
It's Blake. Blake, how do you know us? How do you know?
I really don't know.
You don't really know him.
How do you know me?
I just met Kyle.
Just met Kyle. How do you know me?
I know John from YouTube. Call of Duty YouTube back in 2014.
Yep.
I remember those days.
Call of Duty commentaries.
Advanced Warfare. Best class setups. How to get a good kill-death ratio. Those are the
Kyle
days.
needed those.
I do need that. I should
those
have watched
helps.
more of your guys' videos.
Yeah, but Blake and I both used to make gaming videos. They're both very cringy. All of our videos are very cringy and really terrible. But they're kind of nostalgic to go back and watch every once in a while. I left all of them on my channel just in case one day I want to go back.
Mine are all private.
Did you ever watch my gaming videos when I made them?
Yeah, I watched some
here and there.
A couple.
If you ever want to get married, you should probably
Delete those.
go make them private for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so Blake and I knew each other through YouTube, and then I reached out on like Twitter because at the time I was trying to find other people that had similar channel sizes to like collab with and stuff. And anyways, we just talked on Twitter for a couple years, and then he came and visited when we were both became videographers, and we hung out for like a week, and then he came out again a couple years later, and here we are.
Imagine telling your mom that for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird. No, it wasn't weird for us, like because we knew each other for a while.
Telling people.
Yeah,
hey, I'm booking a flight to go see this guy I met on YouTube. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but there's people that do like online dating.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, really.
Except we're not.
Yeah, I had a cousin that moved in with somebody that he met on some like online game, but like it wasn't even like Call of Duty. It was something like
World of Warcraft.
Honestly, something like that. And he like now they're living together.
All right. Anyways, so once I told Kyle that Blake was coming to visit again, he wanted to meet him first of all because he didn't meet him the first time, and he had a lot of questions about Louisiana and the South because. I don't
know much about the South.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mysterious land to me.
Yeah, it's like to me the South is almost as mysterious as like going to Europe. To be honest,
well, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, there's also like different Souths. There's like Texas South, like Yeehaw, and then there's like the swampy South,
and then there's
the dirty
Florida,
South.
Well, yeah, Florida's swampy.
Is that mean saying the dirty South? No. Okay.
I'm not easily offended.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's just weird that our country is so big that people like you guys from the North can like say that it's like, I don't know, mysterious.
Weird.
It's like it's the same country, you know what I mean? Like
I
in Europe, I feel like that's unheard of. Like if you live in France, like all the parts of France for the most part, but like you guys are saying you really have no idea like what goes on. That's pretty weird.
It's just because I feel like I don't know, when people would go on vacations as a family, like I hardly ever heard of families like going to Texas or like Alabama or Georgia or Louisiana.
That's because there's nothing to do,
Also just like all of the middle of the U.S. too, like Iowa, Ohio,
Missouri, lame.
Yeah, I don't know what there is there.
So anyways, we came up with a few questions, and we're just going to talk and just learn. This is going to be an educational episode for us Northwesterners.
We're going to learn about the South.
Yeah. So
maybe we'll teach you about the Northwest.
People from the South are going to learn about the North too. I mean, it'll be a joint learning experience.
What do you guys think about the Northwest or the West? I guess the West Coast.
I think the stereotype. So where I'm from in Louisiana, Lafayette specifically, it's very conservative. So any big city, really, Seattle included, is the stereotype is just those liberals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Those liberals. That's really the only stereotype.
I mean, it's true. It's what it's like.
Hippie liberals walking around barefoot with their
environmentalists. Like people deny climate change. Say what you want about it, but like in Louisiana, people deny it. So like people don't deny it over here, obviously. So there's that. Yeah.
Okay. So what's just one of? We'll just start with one of them. What's your biggest question? Yeah.
Oh, all right. So when I think of the South. See, I'm sure this is going to be offensive somehow.
No, dude, I'm not going to be offended.
Everyone is racist. Not everyone, but like there's a lot of racism in the South.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's like fading out. Like I feel like in 20 years, hopefully it'll be completely gone. It's the older people. It really is.
Yeah.
The older generation, like especially white men, I think there's definitely still racism prevalent. The younger generation, like I don't really know any of my friends or people my age that are like racist. So I would say, yeah, you're right, but it's going away. It's getting better for sure.
It's old white men are like just the worst. And like that's coming from a white dude. It's gonna be old eventually, but like
I think it's changing though.
I don't
think
They're dying.
There'll
off.
be few old white men that are like, when we're grandpas, like people that are our age, that'll still be like super racist. I feel like.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, there'll be some,
Well, it's
but
probably because I grew up in an era that was like okay to be like racist
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on from racism real quick, I just want to mention that in the video version, if you guys aren't watching on YouTube, you should check it out. We have full video versions of every single episode. But I'm wearing gloves because it was really cold. But now my gloves are shedding everywhere and it's all gross. And so I'm just gonna take the gloves off. I was trying to make a fashion statement.
Black glove dust all over the table.
Yeah, not my best fashion statement. But all right, I have a question for you. So, in the Northwest and like just the West Coast, I guess in general, weed is pretty popular. What's it like? What's the whole thought on weed in the South?
I think it depends on who you ask. There's definitely more of a stigma, obviously, because it's not legal like it is here.
Yeah.
People still do it though, obviously. I think everyone does. I mean, like every state has, weed. Am I wrong? Like,
yeah,
is weed everywhere?
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
I mean, there's always going to be people smoking weed, whether it's legal or
yeah,
not.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was saying. But there's definitely more of a stigma for sure. So like in my school, I was telling you this yesterday, but like in my school, it was private, so we got drug tested during the year. So everyone.
Wait, really?
They got drug tested at school.
What?
During the year, yeah.
Like in high school?
It was random. You never knew. So like people that like would smoke
'Cause
in
it's
the
illegal,
summer had to clean up for the school year. So yeah,
What?
I was telling John, I called it like the term I used was closet smokers. So like a lot of people like smoke, but smoke like behind closed doors, and it's not like as publicly accepted.
It's like what like athletes do, right? They have to like avoid it.
Yeah.
Because like
pretty
when
much
testing comes around.
Pretty much.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was legal for them to. Was it only for private schools or is it like?
Did the public
schools
drug
didn't
test?
get drug tested.
Okay.
Dude, what the heck?
But if you got found with weed at public school, you would still get like busted.
Yeah, I mean that was
we would
at, like any school.
I mean, if you get
But that's weird.
well, even
how
at,
come
like,
you
a
can have
regular
at
college.
this point now when it's legal? How come if you're in high school and you have cigarettes, they don't do anything?
Because tobacco's legal.
Weed's legal though.
No, tobacco's legal when you're like 18.
Oh, and weed isn't legal till you're 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that like it's legal here, and then like if you get caught with weed in Louisiana, like
You go to jail.
you go to jail, and like the FBI will come knocking on
Oh
your.
my God.
You know what I mean? There's like there's like drug raids. You know what I mean?
For weed.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it used to be like everywhere.
Yeah,
So
I
it was
know.
like if you get pulled over for like a routine traffic stop, and then like they smell weed in your car, yeah, they'll for sure like call like 3 more cops for backup, and then search your whole car. It's a big deal.
Wow.
I just imagining like if that is how it was here, like everybody would get arrested.
Pretty much.
So what I'm curious about, like here where it's legal, people can just go get weed from like dispensaries, like weed dispensaries that are just all over the place. So like, do people have to buy weed from like sketchy like drug dealers, like the way that you would go buy heroin or something?
Dude, that's a really good question. I wonder about that too, because like even well-to-do people, like classy people per se, like smoke weed, but like there's no legal way to get it. So you wonder like how they get it. Like they have like obviously they have a hookup, but like how sketchy is this hookup? You know what I mean? And does that hookup have another hookup?
So
and
like a high-end weed
does it
dealer?
come from like Mexico or like where does it come from?
That's a good question.
I bet
super weird to think about.
Because here there's a lot of people that like grow their own weed here,
right?
Like in their garage or something. I'm curious if like I don't know. It's just so weird to me that it's so different.
It's crazy to think, like how it makes its way, you know, to illegal states.
But what Kyle and I were talking about a couple episodes ago is just like the fact that it's so weird that alcohol is legal and normal, and it's not weird if people drink alcohol. Yet like it's like a poison, and it's way worse.
It's terrible for you.
Yeah, like way more people die from
across the board. Like it's more addictive. It's more damaging to your body. You know what I mean?
You become more impaired. When
Yeah.
you're
more
drunk versus
impaired
when you're high.
for sure. And there's no like health benefits like weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, like it relaxes you, but like, you know what I mean? I'm not like pro weed by any means, but like if alcohol is going to be legal, I mean, like,
that's just weird. I'm pretty sure within the next, I don't know how many years, eventually it'll be legal nationwide.
I think it's going to be one of those things like slavery, like where we look back like 50 years later and like, wait, slavery was a thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
and
that.
gay marriage too.
Yeah, I think
is that legal in Louisiana?
Dude, there's no way
gonna
it's
guess
legal
no.
in Louisiana.
It's not legal. You can get like for like tax purposes and like how you file is like legal reasons. I think you can like say you're like a civil union, but like you can't get like married. It's not the same. I don't think.
Oh,
I'm confused. I'm not positive on that. You might have to double check,
There's probably just a lot less gay people in general, right?
Or
like
they have to stay in the closet.
No. Like there's gay people.
Like
and
openly gay
yeah,
people?
they come out. Yeah, for sure.
You guys have gay people in Louisiana? What?
No, we don't make those. We don't make those in Louisiana.
Is it like
It's definitely not as socially acceptable for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Like here, there's a bunch of like rallies, and it's just like, it's one of those things where if you're against gay marriage here, it's almost like you're the hated one,
Right?
If you're like against it.
Yeah.
But that's also just, I feel like that's mostly how it is in big cities like Seattle, LA, New York.
I would say that's like the growing sentiment, like across the U.S. Like if you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like East Coast of Washington, like past the mountains,
in like
it's basically like Idaho, and it's like desert, and everyone's conservative and racist. Not everyone, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way different than the city.
So another thing that I wanted to bring up that I was mind blown. So when I picked Blake up from the airport and we got home, my dad asked him about Mardi Gras, and
we should probably talk about what that is.
Yeah, just can you explain what Mardi Gras is,
yeah,
and then just everything like you told me about it, because I was mind blown.
Yeah, so like I'm almost fairly certain it's actually a Catholic holiday. So like Catholics practice like Lent. It's like the 40 days to honor like the 40 days that Jesus went in the desert.
So that's how it like started. So it started as a religious
I feel
holiday.
like it's so not religious.
Yeah,
it's
that's the thing.
Boobs,
yeah.
Like everyone shows their boobs and like.
Yeah, for sure. So like that's the origin of it. It's like supposed to be one last like celebration before you go into like 40 days of intense like fasting and like suffering and self-sacrifice. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely not religious anymore. Obviously, it's definitely just become more of like I think how I worded it yesterday was like people getting drunk to catch plastic beads. That's what it is.
You just like
yeah. So we have parades and like it's literally like people will ride on the float and then people will like attend the parade. So you can do either.
But like, what's the idea though? Like, what's the point of the parade? Is it? I just don't really understand it. All I know is that people like there's a parade and you just get beads. But like, what's the parade for?
For Mardi Gras. Like,
but I mean, what? So people just go down a street drinking, or is there like floats or something?
Yeah, there's floats. Yeah.
But like of what? Like, what's the designs of the float?
Like whatever you want. So like you can pay to enter in the parade, like a fee, and so they have like marching bands from high schools. They'll have like floats, and then like the mayor will have like his own float with like all the city councilmen and stuff.
We should do a float.
Yeah.
Go down there, build our own
pretty much,
float.
and then like you like throw whatever you want. Beads being the most popular thing. Some people throw like cups or like candy or random shit. Yeah. So
plastic.
Just throw like darts at people.
Pretty much. Yeah. You can like get hit in the face like
so
if
then
you're going.
What do they go down like the main streets in New Orleans?
It's not just New Orleans. It's like it's everywhere.
That's also
what
he said. It's a statewide thing.
It happens everywhere.
It happens in like every city.
We got a week off of
I
school.
thought it was like just.
That's what blew your mind. Yeah.
Yeah, you get it's like a midwinter break.
It's like a state holiday.
Yeah.
We get it's like Mardi Gras. You get a week off, and then like 3 weeks later we get another week off for Easter. Or
you get a week for
40
Easter?
days later.
Yeah,
a
week
week
for
for
Easter.
Easter.
Is that just for private schools or is that?
No, that's like public too.
Yeah. See, like they don't get. I don't think you get Easter off at all in Washington.
Well, that's also because it's like a religious thing, and because
they're so liberal that
liberal. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't have like religious.
Like we don't call it Christmas.
They're not
break.
allowed to call it Christmas break.
It's winter break.
It's winter break.
Shut up.
Yeah, because a lot of people like don't celebrate Christmas.
Dude, we'll have like Merry Christmas signs at public schools.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they can say Merry Christmas on signs.
But like people you're told to say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Dude.
Isn't that weird? Like I know that from what I've heard, like a lot of teachers are strongly encouraged by like the district to not say Merry Christmas and like to not give like Santa Claus stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's just the holiday season.
How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I'm Christian, so I think it's kind of like, I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's Christmas break, not like I don't care.
Sure.
Not Hanukkah break.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't care. I mean, but I'm saying if they said Merry Christmas, I'm not gonna get offended because I'm Christian. But I think that like the really intense people that are either like intense atheists or like other religions, whether they're like Muslim or whatever, would like
or Jewish.
Whatever religion people are, I'm sure there'd be people that would get upset if they called it Christmas break and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I don't care either way.
Yeah, I don't really care either. It doesn't really affect me.
I have better things to get offended about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to Mardi Gras?
Yeah, for sure. I just went
fun,
this past.
or
It was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I think the more you go, the less fun it gets. So this past year, I rode in the parade. My brother is a city councilman, like in my city.
Ooh.
So like I was on the float like with the mayor and stuff.
Oh.
I was like up there, yeah.
Big
That's
time.
like that's the only reason why I wanted to go.
Wait, is the
pretty much.
mayor like throwing beads at people?
Yeah.
Like naked people?
No. Okay,
All right.
like the whole stereotype of people being naked is only like in New Orleans,
It's
and
only,
like
like,
it's
Bourbon
not
Street?
every. Yeah, and it's not like every float. There's just like
okay.
an occasional crazy
So just here and
woman.
there, there's like some naked
woman
people.
who'll like show her boobs to like
But I heard, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that like there's sometimes just people that'll just be like having sex like in the open, in the street on Mardi Gras, like fully naked, like in a car or on a float.
Nah, I mean
I'm not that
I'm not
crazy.
saying it's never happened, but like you're not gonna just see that on the rig.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I know it is legal though. It's legal to have like alcohol on Bourbon Street, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's technically that's an illegal thing. Like you can't have alcohol outside.
Wait,
yeah.
like, y'all
On
can have alcohol outside?
No.
Yeah, so that's
no,
what-
like
that's-
in public, like you can
like
have
in
it like on
public.
your porch or in your yard, but you can't like go
You
to
can't walk
downtown
down the
Seattle.
street of Seattle with a beer. You can't do that.
What?
I'm
Wait,
pretty sure
what?
you can't do that most places.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
Well, your
That was
accent, your accent came out right
That was
there.
very southern.
Oh my god,
wait a second. No,
Yeah.
I didn't even say it like that.
you did.
I said, "Oh my gosh."
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my golly.
The
All right.
Southern boy came out.
Whatever. I quit. No, wait, but really though?
Yeah.
Wait, you got
No, I-
anywhere in Louisiana you can walk around
anywhere.
with like
Yeah.
hard alcohol? You can just have
Yes.
like vodka.
So you could walk with
Yes.
a fifth down the street.
No one's gonna care.
What?
That's
I
wild.
think it's like only there. Is
I
it in
don't
other
know.
states too?
I think
no,
like,
in LA you definitely can't.
Yeah, you for sure can in Seattle. Like everywhere I've been.
In New York you can't. You don't.
it's like you can go in a bar.
There's like bums. With
you just
like,
can't
walk
be
around,
like
but-
on the street with it.
yeah, you can go.
like
in
that's
bars.
why people walk around with a bag around.
Yeah,
them.
you've seen in movies when people have a brown bag around a bottle
Yeah.
and they're like on the sidewalk.
So like you have the bag on, it's not illegal.
well, no, it is, but it's like to
How's
act like,
it?
oh, I'm drinking water.
But
juice
even
or
though you're
something.
clearly not.
Water juice.
Yeah, but the thing is if you have a bag, that's an instant indicator
Exactly.
that it's not
Right.
that it is alcohol.
Yeah.
See, we have the plastic bags too, or the paper bags, but like I don't know what they're for if they're not to hide that it's alcohol. I don't know.
Mm.
Huh.
But okay, am I making this up or like I heard from somewhere where like you guys have like liquor stores because like they don't sell alcohol in the like grocery stores? Is that a thing?
In Washington we can buy it at stores, but like
Okay.
I know in Colorado, like when I go to Colorado, there's liquor stores. You have to specifically go
crazy.
there to buy.
Wait,
Yeah, we
wait,
have alcohol at like Walgreens. You
There's
go to
liquor
Walgreens.
stores
yeah.
everywhere though. There's liquor stores, right?
No, because like they have it. We don't really need them because
There's
they
not
have them.
even just,
They
like-
have them everywhere. They have
Well,
alcohol
like we have
everywhere.
liquor stores here, but you can buy like alcohol at like
Yeah,
Safeway
there's liquor
or-
stores, but you
or
can
whatever.
also get them at
You
like.
can get it. We have,
Fred Meyer.
we have
Whatever.
alcohol at gas stations too. Do y'all have alcohol?
Yeah, we have like beer, I think, right?
Wait, is there hard alcohol at
Oh,
gas
dude,
stations?
you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go to like the gas station like a minute from my house. They have like Seagram
What?
7 and like whiskey and stuff.
I think. See, I never really know. I
never
never
noticed.
noticed. I just turned 21, so I haven't
Yeah.
really like. I never had a fake, so I couldn't really
Huh.
like, buy anything. But
Mm.
Oh, do a lot of people have fake IDs?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they're all from Mississippi. For sure.
Really?
Like they're from China, but they all say Mississippi.
Yeah. It's funny because a lot of people from up here that have fake IDs, they're from like the South. Like,
From, like,
their
Florida
fake
or, like-
address is from like Tennessee
Really?
or Florida or
Tennessee.
yeah.
I still can't get over you said I had an accent, man. I'm offended.
Even the way you said that was kind of southern
Really?
accent.
Accent? All right, whatever.
Do you think is there anything that like I say weird?
I'm about to go do something.
Oh yeah, apparently you
Oh,
thought
they
it
don't
was
say that.
Like I'm about to.
Oh,
about to.
that's
About
too
to-
proper for us.
I'm about to.
About
It
to go-
takes too long.
Yeah.
You pronounce all your T's very like harsh.
Oh yeah.
sure.
We don't really do that.
He says like I gave him crap last night because he's like I'm gonna start editing my photos.
I
And
didn't say editing. I just wasn't editing.
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 See, I feel
I
like
said I'm
say
going edit.
editing.
I'm gonna finish my editing. I think that's how most people say
I
it.
don't know.
Editing.
Editing is too many D's.
Editing. Yeah, instead of like a T, we say a D. I feel like
On a lot of things.
Yeah. Same with about to.
about a
About to.
about.
You know what's weird? I noticed the basketball. A lot of people. I don't say the T. I just say basketball. Basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah, when you
Basketball.
say, well, when you say it fast.
Basketball.
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 See, you don't
Yeah,
say
but
a
there's
T.
like kind of a T though, right?
No.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Oh well.
Basketball.
Y'all are picking it up from the Asians, dude.
I'm so confused.
Basketball.
I'm so confused.
Oh, also,
Oh,
one thing
God.
that I noticed, like none of us would care, but I've noticed some things that you say that's normal that
Really?
people really liberal people would get so offended
like-
by.
Oh, like that's
The
a gay
Asian
or
thing.
something?
Yeah, if you say gay, that's
Oh
like really
my
bad.
gosh.
If
Yeah.
you say retard, you just
Oh,
like
yeah,
do
that's-
T.
my God.
You can't say midget either.
Yeah, you can't say midget, can't say retard, can't say gay. I mean, you can like say it if people. I mean, it's just there's a good chance if you're in public, people will get like like
retard is kind of a thing. Like in my school, we had like we called it the options program. It was like kids like a program for special kids, and like it was called the R word. So that's kind of a thing. But like,
wait, they literally
the program was called the R word?
No. It was called the options program. But like they called the like retard like the R word. Like if you said it, people would get mad. Like you were saying.
Yeah.
But like gay, I don't know. Like I feel like if you're saying in like a condescending way, maybe. But like. I don't know.
Like if you and your friends are just like something's like annoying, you'll be like, oh, that's gay.
Yeah, but like,
and that's what like I'd say up until 8th grade that was like still okay.
Exactly,
but
and retard too. And then like I realized how offensive that was, and so I stopped.
I just remember, dude, one time freshman year, the like girl in front of me, I didn't know this girl, but apparently she had a sibling that was like mentally retarded or had like Down syndrome or something, and. I said to my friend, I'm like, oh, like that's retarded. And she turned around and just went off on me. And I was like, I am so sorry. Did not mean to offend you.
I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings about it because like I'll see like things on Twitter and it's like stop white people 2K19. It's like people dancing and it's terrible. You know what I mean? And I think that's funny. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like it's pointing out like a bad quality about white people. And like it is truthful. They're not like, you know, lying. Like white people really are bad at dancing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Wait, what does that have to do with?
Like, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, even though, like, me saying gay or retard, like, could be taken as offensive, like, being, like, I don't know, offensive.
I think it
doesn't have to be taken that way, I guess. You know what I mean?
It's people that are, like, looking for something to be offended
that's
by.
my point. That's my point, I guess.
Yeah. No,
or
I
like
agree.
if you are gay or something, I could see how it could be
But
offensive.
I think, but it's like, I think people that are smart and you can use their brain, they know if you're saying something in a condescending way.
Yeah.
Like, people that are actually smart, they can realize that we're not... like, I think it's more about your intent than what you actually say. Like, if you're trying to be an asshole, then you deserve for people to get mad at you. But if something's stupid, like frustrating me, and I'm like, oh, like that's gay, I think most people would be like understanding that that's not like terrible.
Yeah, but I feel like I've even been like conditioned now to the point where if I hear someone say that, or if I hear someone say like retard, like I haven't said like retard in the longest time. And like it feels weird saying it.
Yeah, it's just like out of my vocabulary.
Like if somebody says it, like I'll kind of like
like I'm not gonna like yell at someone. I don't care, but it's just like my ears will definitely notice it if I hear it. You know?
Exactly.
Not saying those words anymore.
So what's some slang that you guys say, you Southerners?
I've like caught myself like almost saying this a few times since I've gotten to Seattle. One of them is like if something's like the word basically means cute. So like if something's like cute in like a baby way, we say sha. And I have no idea
what? Like that's sha?
No, like sha. And like I think it's from French origin. I think it's like technically spelled like in the French way, like CHER. But like we say it casually like just SHA, like sha.
Whoa. Give me an example of like a sentence when you would. Or
no, like just it's like a reaction, like oh sha, or like that.
Yeah, but what would happen for you to say that?
Like a baby, like doing something, or like an 8-year-old like couple, like holding hands, showing like PDA in public, and you're like oh sha.
What?
Yeah,
when I think of sha, I think of like cha, dude. I think of like a California surfer dude, like cha, dude.
I'm trying to think of another one.
Well, you were saying what's a way to describe like you were in like an annoying lady or something?
What?
You describe them.
A bridezilla.
Bridezilla?
Yeah. Wait, bridezilla?
A bridezilla, yeah.
I've heard that
what does that
before.
mean?
A bridezilla, you've heard it before?
I mean,
just means like a bride who's super picky and like dramatic and kind of mean and cold.
Like extra.
It's like Godzilla.
Someone who's just
extra
like super
and like picky in a bad way, like over the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely never used that in a sense, but I feel
it's like a common thing.
I picked up the meaning, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like I've met with brides before for the first time. They're like, I promise I'm not a bridezilla. So like, yeah, it's a common word for sure.
Okay. Huh. Well, that's a good segue into what you do. So you're a wedding photographer?
Yeah. So there's a video on my personal channel like interrogating Blake. Well, it's not going to be called that, but so I kind of dive deep into that. But do you want to just explain a little bit about like what you do and how you?
Yeah, I'm a wedding videographer and photographer. Pretty straightforward. Started out making gaming videos like John, switched into making like travel videos. My sister had a friend who was getting married, did it for super cheap, posted it to Facebook, and kind of the rest is history.
Yeah.
And then I dropped out of school.
Hashtag college dropout.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Would you consider yourself a college dropout?
Technically not a dropout. I wouldn't say that I am because
like you might go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends what happens.
Yeah.
Do you have any good like wedding stories? Like any crazy things that happened? Any brides that stormed out last minute?
Yeah, I had a bride like not too long ago. I think it was a wedding in December. She got so drunk at the reception that she like almost passed out. She was in the bathroom throwing up, and it was time for like the reception exit, like with the sparklers and stuff, you know. And like all of the guests were like, all the guests were waiting for like 20 minutes, and finally, the mom came out and told us that we could take pictures and video, but it had to be from behind because she didn't want us to see her face. So her husband, I guess husband now, was carrying her and just carried her out like,
dude,
drunk. Like I saw her face; it looked so swollen.
Why would you? That like your wedding is supposed to be the best day of your life. Why would you let yourself get that drunk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but sometimes you just start and you just keep going.
Yeah,
no. And you're like feeling great, and then you just.
I feel like it was intentional. It was a wedding in a town called Eunice, which is actually where my girlfriend's from. So sorry if she's watching this, but it's like a smaller town, and like drinking is even more prevalent than it normally is. So yeah, just the culture. You guys have to visit to know what I'm talking about. There's nothing to do, so people just like eat and drink. Like that's entertainment. Yeah.
Damn.
Sad.
So,
I know, depressing.
It's kind of a sad life.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, that would just, I bet she was like so upset that she like got that drunk because the next day she's going to wake up and be like, what if you black out on your wedding and don't remember your own wedding?
Well, you probably wouldn't be drunk while the wedding's happening.
Yeah, but when you like black out, you forget stuff before.
From before.
I've never blacked out, so.
Well, yeah, me either. But like, you could lose stuff from the whole day, I think.
Yeah. I mean, normally, like when brides have something that's like embarrassing to them, they'll like text you the day after and be like, "Hey, so sorry, but she didn't text me, so I don't think she felt bad at all."
Damn.
I don't even know if she. Yeah. Maybe no one told her. Maybe like I don't know.
She didn't know who she was.
Maybe like when she was like she knew she was drunk enough to forget what happened, but she didn't like remember that it was like bad to the point that she had to be carried out. So she just didn't care. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know.
For real though, if you guys listening either are getting married or know anybody getting married, you should actually check him out. He's not just your average wedding videographer. He's actually a beast. So we'll link everything, and it's bulgianomedia.com.
Yep. Check me out.
Okay, another question. What does Cajun mean?
Oh. It doesn't mean anything necessarily. It's a culture. It's a heritage. Like I don't want to say ethnicity. Yeah. So it's people who like from France originally, who like migrated to Canada and stayed there, and then. I don't know who it was. I think it was the British maybe that were also like migrating into Canada at the same time and like forced the Acadians is their name off the land.
Acadians.
So like
British
Acadians are the people
dude.
And their culture is Cajun culture. So they're like originally French people from Canada.
Well, wait, real quick. So I went to Canada and there was a ton of like people that spoke French. Yeah. Is it like the same group of people that then went from there? Like half of some of them.
This like specific group was like, I think like a subcategory maybe from those people. I'm not positive, but anyway, they like migrated down to Louisiana. I guess a couple hundred years ago. I can't confirm on that. And they settled in Louisiana, and so like that's kind of like why New Orleans is so like famous. It's like this blend of like this French Acadian culture mixed with like this Spanish like Creole heritage because like the Spanish controlled New Orleans too at one point. What? So it's just like this weird like melting pot of like culture. Yeah. So we have like Cajun food mixed with Creole. We have, like,
wait,
really
what is food. Creole?
Creole is like. It's like a lot of people confuse it with just like black culture. They're like, oh, black people food is Creole food, but it's like that's just like the stereotype. It's like Spanish heritage, I think, mixed with like I don't know. It's like a certain cuisine kind of thing.
Like, give me an example. Like, what's Creole food?
It's not so much like a certain type of food. It's like a twist on food, I think. Like I think like people make like gumbo with like a Creole twist, and they'll put like tomatoes in it.
What is gumbo?
Yeah. Speaking of gumbo,
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, I was telling John yesterday. Gumbo is just. It's just like chicken and sausage with rice and like this gravy, you could say. But the gravy is made by like cooking down flour to the point that it gets brown. So like you just add flour to a pot with water and you keep cooking it down and then it gets brown and you add like seasoning to it with peppers and stuff.
I'm so hungry right now, dude. My mouth's watering.
That sounds...
It's good.
Dude, we should make some gumbo. Let's make gumbo.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know how to make it. My mom always makes it. I don't even know how.
And I was asking him, I'm like, do you think there's restaurants here that like... have gumbo? He's like, no. There's like
that's so weird. It's not like Asian food. Like in Texas, I'm sure you could go to like Houston or Dallas maybe too. Probably has some Cajun restaurants.
Yeah, but it's just weird because if it's one of the most popular styles of food in the South, you think there'd be at least some places up here that would have it.
It's popular in Louisiana, but like not elsewhere.
Okay. Dude, but gumbo sounds good. Chicken.
It's really good.
Rice.
Sounds so
gravy.
good.
It's really good.
So is it like a soup consistency?
It's like
Like
a little bit thicker.
It's like
than a
chili.
soup.
like a chili kind of.
Yeah, but like there's no chunks. It's just like
Wait, what? There's no
like
chunks?
chili.
no
Chili has like the chunks from like the meat. Like this is just from the flour, so it's no like, you know what I mean?
Wait, but
there's
there
chicken,
is
right?
meat in it.
Yeah, but the meat
there's-
is like big. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's like a okay.
It's not
So
like
it's like a
grounded
big
up
like
chicken.
breast
Not
inside.
like a big chicken breast. Like it's cut
I'm
up,
confused.
but it's not like ground like chili. Like chili has like ground.
Oh, all right,
ground
I get
beef.
what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
so there's
like-
like pieces
like
of
little
chicken.
little chicken
I'm gonna
cubes.
show you guys a picture of it.
It's like little chicken cubes. It's not like a bunch of like
Can you
ground
put it on
up
the
shit.
screen right now for the YouTube channel?
Yeah. I can put a picture on the
All right.
video.
So this is kind of a serious note. Were you in Louisiana for Hurricane Katrina?
Yes.
So like, was it because you live in Lafayette, right?
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours west of New Orleans.
So did that like
Did you guys get
destroy
hit
you
at all?
or no?
I was outside playing in the rain. It was cool.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh,
like it's
what?
fun.
Hurricanes are really fun.
I shouldn't like joke about it. Sorry. Okay, yeah, we got hit. Like, but like it wasn't bad. Like
Right.
if you're like not in the like near the eye of the storm, it's just like a thunderstorm. Like you get rain, like a little bit of wind. It's
okay.
fine. So like we didn't like no one in Lafayette got damage.
So
Just some rain.
is there still damage though, right, in New Orleans?
I mean, there's places that like got damaged that never like rebuilt. So
Jeez.
could
It's
say
just
that.
like, wait, is there still like rubble and stuff?
no. It was in
Oh.
2005, so we're talking like 14.
Yeah, but what do
14
you
years
mean
ago.
like that are? So you just go to like certain areas and they're just like
yeah, so
there's
like a
just
lot of
nothing
people
there?
like there might have been some like lower income neighborhoods or even like middle tier income neighborhoods that like got demolished and people moved away and just never moved back. There's a lot of people like that. Like
wow.
a few of my friends in high school, like you could probably like go to every school and like pick like at least 10 kids that like were from New Orleans that moved from Katrina and just never moved back.
Mm.
Damn.
So yeah.
Wow. So, question about school.
Yep.
Like we were talking about private versus public school earlier a little bit,
Mhm.
but you told me like when you first visited that you went to a private school because like there's no way to get a good education at a public school. Is that like?
I don't know.
or was that like exaggerating?
I
or
might
is that
exaggerate a little bit. Like I don't know. I should clarify. Like it's not like terrible. Like you're not gonna be stupid. Like you can take like honors classes and like apply yourself and still get like be fine. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
accepted to college and like not be a retard. Sorry, said the R word.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's okay.
So, but like I guess compared to like the public schools here, like the public schools in the South don't compare. Like private schools, like I feel like the school I went to would compare to your public school. So like it's
Yeah.
not terrible. It just doesn't quite like stack up the same.
Yeah.
And also
Our-
like the sports teams are terrible. Like
Oh,
the
really?
funding, yeah, like I don't know, dude. Like the funding just isn't good. So like just like the uniforms are like everything's just like the standard
run
of
down.
excellence
Mud
just like isn't
fields.
there like across the board. Like
Damn.
whether it be like academics or like just like the culture of it, man. Like you just feel like you're in like I don't know. It's like everything's scummy, you know?
Yeah.
Dang.
Like there's no like I don't know. No one like cares about
Yeah.
anyone else around them. It's,
How expensive is private school?
where I went, it was $8,000 a year.
Oof.
That was like one of the cheaper ones though. There's one called Ascension. It was like it's in Youngsville actually, and I think it's like $15 a year.
Oh my! It's like college.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
And
Eastside
that's-
Catholics. I think is like similar.
Yeah,
price.
yeah.
It's like
Probably. Are there families that can you get like scholarships? Like, what if a family really wants to send their kid there, but they like are like barely making ends meet? Is that just not an
They
option?
have a few scholarships. It's not like college though. You know what I mean?
damn.
Yeah. So like,
That's sad though. That like if you're just poor and you can't afford it, like you're probably
just
not going to get a great education.
You
Yeah.
can like I know a lot of smart people that went to public school. Like it's not terrible. It's
yeah,
just,
but
like,
it's probably one of those things where like you have to put in the effort yourself.
yeah,
to, like,
for sure. And it's just different. Like Como was the public school I went to, and I actually went there freshman year. I don't know if I told you that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
transferred. Funny that I say that. So Como is spelled Cajun, like we were talking about.
Wait.
COMEAUX.
Oh yeah, we
come
can
on.
talk about that after this.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, but like I would say probably maybe like the top 20-30% of like people that go to that school, like that public school, are like smart, you know what I mean? And then like their graduation rate isn't very good at all. Whereas like my senior class, we had one person that didn't graduate.
Yeah, that's.
know what I mean?
I'd say our graduation percentage was really high.
Yeah. How big was your school? How many like kids in your class?
Like 250, like I think
Oh.
like 1,100 total.
Damn.
It was like average.
1,100 in the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
The
had
public school I went
500.
to before that had like 2,000.
Yeah, we had like three.
We had
almost,
we had 502 in our class.
but almost 3,000 in the school, right?
Yeah, because like the younger
Younger
Classes were
had
bigger.
way more kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. So what's the? I don't know how to say it. The O thing.
EAUX.
It's just part of the
French, right?
It's French. It's French language. Yeah.
So wait. Okay. Wait. So do a lot of people speak French? in Louisiana?
Oh, there's like still some older people left that like speak both like English and French.
Bonjour.
Because like it's the same with anything. Like I'm sure there's still some people that live in Seattle that still have like genuine heritage left in them from like India or like wherever, like, you know what I mean? Asia. Yeah. But like that's not the vast majority. It's the same thing. Like there are people like older people that still speak French and English.
Wait, so what's the EAUX thing?
It's just like it's just part of the French language.
It's like LL in Spanish is yeah. It's like EAUX is O.
Yeah. So like with the Acadians, like they brought down like their culture, and a part of that is their language. So like So like when I said there was a melting pot, you know what I mean? So that like I guess the French language kind of like seeped into our English a little bit. So like it's not like every conversation I'm like, hey, you want to go to the gym? I don't spell it GAUX.
You want to go to the gym?
GAUX. But like on billboards and stuff, it'll say like Go Saints, and they just like want to embrace the local culture, so they'll put like they'll spell it like that.
So then isn't there like Cajun slang? Or I think you told me that like old people will have, like grandparents will have certain slang or accents or something that's like super unique that like nowhere else. Isn't there like a certain accent in Louisiana that they don't have like anywhere else?
Louisiana. Bayou.
Wait, can you do a good what's a Louisiana accent?
Yeah, I really can't.
Come on.
No, I can't. It'll just come out as like a Texas country guy. I can't. Okay. I can do Asian really good though. Asian good. Yeah.
People will get offended.
Oh, really?
I mean,
there are people that I wouldn't really care,
we wouldn't, but if you try and imitate that's another thing that's weird. If you try and imitate a different race's accent and you do it like bad, then like people will like if I was like, "Oh, hey, people would be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Dude.
In Louisiana, if you're easily offended, people will crucify you. Like,
exactly. It's so different between.
See, like
people are like, dude, like get over it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's different, man.
If people say get over it, then that
makes it even more mad.
I don't know. I think we have more fun because of it, but
no, I mean, like in my opinion, the people that are the most fun to hang out with are people that like
don't get offended,
don't get offended and can like embrace like the things that are clearly a joke that you like give them shit for
sure.
Like I don't know, I mean, like none of our friends are racist, but like if we hang out with Shim, like we'll make like Asian jokes or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like
the Asian corner over there.
Yeah, there's like an Asian corner in the wall.
Hey, go stand in that corner.
Yeah, and like he's not gonna be like, oh my god, like why are you making fun of me for being Asian? He it's just like you just go with it.
Right, for sure.
But it's also different between like if we had a black friend and be like, "What's up, N-word?" Well, like, that's so different.
I think that's
different.
That's something that's never like
exactly.
never has been or will be.
Different. There's different levels of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you hear a lot of that? Like a lot of like white people saying the hard R down there?
No. I mean like every now and then. So like, man, like I don't know. With the older people, like I was saying earlier, the older people that are racist, there's just like this growing idea that like, oh, I don't hate black people, I just hate, and then they're like, you know what I mean, hard R.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's what?
And like, here's like their point. They're trying to say that like, I don't hate black people, I just hate the way black people act. But like to me, that's racist because like, there's white people that act just the same, but the fact that they notice it more in black people, that's what racism is. You know what I mean? It's like noticing it more. So like, I don't know. I hate that. It's so it makes me cringe thinking about it.
Yeah,
you know
terrible.
What I mean?
Dude,
we just don't have that here.
But it's not like normal. Like the only place I can think of where I hear it like somewhat frequently is like the place I go get a haircut. And you know how barbershops have that like you know locker room talk culture about them, you know, where like guys just like say shit.
But it's like white dudes saying
it's like older white guys. I'm like getting my haircut, like, you know.
Are there black dudes in there that like?
There's one black guy, but they joke with him and he's cool with it, kind of like Shim is with you guys.
Yeah. Jeez. Wait, is it like I know there's like not like segregation, but is there like voluntary separation where there like really is, kind of like the white people just hang out with the white people and the black?
For sure. I think there is segregation, not necessarily in the sense that like you go drink at this water fountain, I go drink at this one, but like so in Lafayette we have like we call it the north side, and like all of the black people live over there, and like there's exceptions obviously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like most of the black people live towards the north side. And then like I was telling you, I think maybe 2 days ago, like along the Mississippi River, like the border between Louisiana and Mississippi, like there's just like this mass population of like poverty and people who are like black people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I don't know why it is that way, but like socially in Louisiana there is like a divide, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're in a big group of people, like the black people are going to cling to the black people, and like I don't know if that's just like the human mind, like you want to cling to people who are like you know?
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's some kind of like fear. I don't know what that's about.
I'd say at least at our high school it seemed like the friend groups, like, I don't know, I thought it was pretty good about like there was every sort of
people.
race and like religion in every friend group, and there was no. I didn't see like
except for all the Mormons.
They're all I mean, the Mormons are like a clan kind of, but
clan.
I mean, like in school they were like they would just band together, but it was never like the Asians were friends with only Asians and like stuff like that.
The more I think about it, I think it comes from like, I think black culture in the South is completely different from like black culture in Seattle.
Oh, I'm sure it's different.
Like,
I mean, we're not
different.
black, so I don't think we have the right to like talk on black culture, but I mean, from when I was in Texas, even the stuff that I saw in there versus when you go to like Seattle,
it's way different.
It's just like,
I would,
but I'd say the same thing about white culture is like way different.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I think like white culture and black culture in Seattle, you know what I mean, is like very close, or like at least not as distant or separated as like that. Black culture and white culture in Louisiana is so different, you know what I mean? Like just like the way white and black people live their lives and like values and just like, I don't know, just norms. It's so different. I think that's maybe where the divide comes from, you know?
Interesting.
Dang.
And then like also we had slavery, and like I know it's not a thing anymore, but like I think people forget that we're not that far removed from
it's
slavery.
really not
weird.
that. Yeah.
And
so
like people
when was slavery abolished?
1870s, maybe 60s, 70s. That could be way off.
We should look it up just
hey,
so we
Siri, when was slavery abolished in the U.S.? December 18th, 1865.
Oh,
sorry.
it's like 1965.
Just 40 years ago now.
But that's crazy.
But like people still have great grandparents that like maybe were affected by it some way or another, and like you naturally pass that down to your kids, at least in like form of conversation. You tell them about it. So like even though it's not a thing anymore, I still think there's some like distaste with black people. You know what I mean? Like people who are still bitter about it. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. It's understandable.
I was also gonna say like, you guys have a lot of like big bugs down there.
Big bugs?
Like
What do you mean? Like what kind of?
Kyle's never seen a cockroach in his life.
Yeah, I've actually never seen a cockroach.
What?
You guys have a lot of roaches down there?
I mean, I wouldn't say a lot. Like they're attracted to like, I don't want to say they're attracted to, but like you really want to see them in places of like filth. You know what I mean? If you walk into like a really dirty house with like people who don't vacuum and
Me
shit,
too.
then you'll see, then you'll see cockroaches or like I don't know, like in trash or like little corners and crevices. But like you don't just see them like on the street like a clan of them. Like,
I'll stop showering. Maybe we'll start
and
migrating.
There's like alligators and stuff.
Yeah, I mean there's alligators like in the swamps and stuff.
Big ass snakes.
So,
I don't fuck with that at all. I'm so scared of snakes.
You guys have any animals here?
Deer.
No.
Bunnies.
We have deer too.
Deer, bunnies.
Yeah,
we got some birds. We got bald eagles here.
I don't know if we have eagles.
That's about it.
We got bears.
Wait, so there's not like any like big insects or stuff like centipedes or like in the summer you won't be like walking down the street and be like see a bunch of like big bugs.
Oh shit, a 2 foot
like
size
caterpillars.
Kyle has a caterpillar story.
Oh my god, I told him.
Well, he told him on the podcast, but one time Kyle,
there was this like apocalypse of caterpillars at my grandparents'
millions.
house. Like billions.
Like they covered the entire road. Like
everywhere
the road
was
like
caterpillars. It was insane.
I think I'd panic.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Slimy and sticky.
Yeah, everywhere you stepped, you were just killing them.
No,
it was messed up.
Okay. Question.
All right.
Does Mississippi suck?
Yes.
I feel like that is one of the worst states.
Dude,
right?
Lafayette, what am I saying? Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, nothing but poverty, poor education, and obesity. Like the bottom three in all three categories. Like we're the bottom 3 states, dude. It's
Damn,
true.
dude.
Yeah, I went on a road trip to Georgia from Texas, and when I drove through when I drove through Mississippi, I was like, I just feel bad for people that live here. It's just dirt.
It smells like shit.
It smelled
Like
terrible.
I was saying, you drove through that worst part, like that little part along the Mississippi that I was telling you about, like all the poverty. That's where you drove through.
Yeah.
So you go to like the southern part, like Gulfport and Biloxi. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh,
it's all humid though.
Telling me
what
Blake was asking me like, where do people go on vacation? Like from here, like where's the common places to go? And so I was telling him like a lot of people go to Cabo and a lot of people go to Hawaii or like Florida or whatever.
Disneyland.
Yeah, but like. He was saying, you said a lot of people go to the beach in Alabama.
Yeah.
What?
In Florida.
Yeah, that's like a common place to go.
Like Destin, Florida. Everyone goes to Destin. Look.
Destin.
Yeah, I never even heard of Destin.
Ooh, looks nice.
Looks like the Bahamas.
Like the only place in, yeah, like that's sick.
What part of Florida is it?
It's like
by the water, but like
the Panhandle, like the Panhandle.
Oh, like the very north part.
Like the part close to Alabama, like the little strip.
Okay.
And then
the Panhandle. What does that mean?
You know how it's like you can.
Literally a panhandle.
If you ever watch the Weather Channel and they're talking about the weather in that area, they'll say the Florida Panhandle.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
That's not.
Well,
but like that, it blew my mind because I never would have imagined, like voluntarily, like
that's Alabama.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh my
Alabama.
gosh.
Who knew?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I think of Alabama, I just think of like dirt and hay.
It's like the northern parts.
Dirt and hay.
The south is where it's at, dog.
I just think of really wet, swampy. Everyone's sweaty. It smells.
Alabama?
I guess. I don't know.
That's just what I think of.
I just think everything's like. I just think all of that is a swamp, and it's just like really humid.
Yeah.
It is humid. There are swamps. So
there you go.
Gators
and big snakes.
Also, I just realized like a lot of people from Seattle won't go to Hawaii, like at least like maybe once or something, and some people go every year because they love it. But it's like a 5-hour flight from Seattle to Hawaii.
6-hour flight.
Or 6 hours, and I'm like, I can't imagine why there would be any reason for anywhere else unless you're on the West Coast to go to Hawaii. Because if you're from like Texas or Louisiana, it's probably like a 12-hour flight or something.
Yeah. So Lafayette has an airport, but you have to get connecting flights unless you go to New Orleans. So if I were trying to go to Hawaii, I'd have to probably fly from like Lafayette to Houston to like maybe Houston direct to Hawaii, but I doubt it. Probably Houston to LA and then LA to Hawaii.
Because like traveling to Europe for us is probably a little over 12 hours.
Yeah.
So it's probably like
it was crazy to me that if you live in New York, like Europe's not even that far away.
Yeah, dude, London's like a 6-hour flight. And that's like how long it takes for us to fly to New York from Seattle.
Yeah, that's
kind of crazy.
Next topic. Fat people.
Oh, that's my favorite topic.
So
talk to me about him.
So there's lots of fat people in Louisiana, right?
Correct.
Is it just because of the Cajun diet, or do people not exercise, or both?
I think it's like a mixture of things. I would say first and foremost, it's the food that we eat, like the culture. So like, not to get super philosophical and break it down on a fitness level, but like fat has more like calories than like carbs and protein. Yeah. You know what I mean? So our foods are like really fatty, obviously. Yeah. So like just the meat and everything, like whatever. So like obviously like the food that we eat is gonna have more calories because it's more fatty. I think that's a part of it. Also too, like I think like fitness and like well-being is definitely associated with like income and like success and stuff. So like because of the poverty, people just like you don't have access to a gym, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not worried about looking good or being in shape.
Yeah, I'm worried about other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So that too.
Blake last night told me we were just talking about like the craziest thing. It blew my mind, but he was talking about how attractiveness is often like, he just made an observation that it's like attractiveness is often associated with like your income.
They both affect each other.
Think about it. And he was saying how a lot of correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the really fancy weddings you get are like a really attractive couple.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
there's a correlation.
And it's just weird because you never see like super successful people that are like either super overweight or like really ugly.
Yeah,
Donald
like
Trump.
Yeah, like people who are listening, like try to think about a really attractive person that you know that's poor.
Like there's I'm sure there are, but I'd say a good percentage of
on average. Yeah,
that's actually true.
It's weird.
It's weird. Dang. And you could flip it around. It's the other way too, you know? Dude, we should talk about Donald Trump.
Oh,
I was about to say that.
Yeah, so like when he won,
was everybody hyped?
No, I want to ask about Seattle first.
Okay. I have a story about it.
Did people just shit over here?
Yeah. So
at your school?
Yeah. So my school is like my school is like the liberal of the liberal. Yeah, we had a lot of riots and stuff.
Where'd you go to school?
Western Washington. It's way up north. It's like by Canada.
Like the college you go to.
It's called Western Washington
University. Yeah, it's in Bellingham.
It's like it's
about
liberal as it gets.
It's known as like the most liberal school in Washington. And so I had a test that day, the next day that he got elected, and it got canceled because everyone was so sad.
Because people were like traumatized.
Yeah.
And at my school, in California, there was people that were like crying.
Yeah.
Like
what?
Just like sobbing. Yeah. It was wild. And we weren't in high school at the time, but I'm pretty sure I heard from somebody that like they made an announcement the morning after he got elected on like the announcement at the local high school that like if you were like traumatized by it, that you could go to the office and like talk to a counselor about it if you were like having a hard time or like crying.
That's
or whatever.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, like I just want to set the record straight. Like I don't love him as a person. I don't think he's like a great person. You know what I mean? I didn't even vote in that election because I didn't like have my voter ID yet or whatever. Okay. I don't know if I would have voted for him or not. I didn't really care for either candidate. But like policy wise, do you guys really think that like the country is in like that much worse of a state now? Like in order enough for like people to cry about it? Like was that really worth like crying and like missing class?
I think people were crying because they were scared of what was gonna happen.
Yeah, but like did you think their fear was rational? Like do you think the country how it is now is like that much worse than it was before?
I feel like it's way more divided now. Or like it just like brought those people that were like really radical, like as far as like being racist, like for sure. It gave them a voice, kind of.
And I think they were already there. I just think there were like Donald Trump was the first candidate that like, I don't know, was a voice for them for sure.
Yeah, and that's what sucks.
I assume most people in Louisiana voted for Trump.
Yeah, dude, like people have like Donald Trump flags in their yard and stuff.
Yeah,
on their truck.
Yeah, you'll see that here, but
MAGA hats and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like when you see that here, it's like people are like, oh, that type of guy.
Yeah,
you know? It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's not like that here
for sure.
All right, what? Food debate, fast food.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm gonna let you guys battle it out. Kyle thinks Chick-fil-A is extremely overrated and In-N-Out.
Take it back.
You think In-N-Out's like okay? I'm not saying it's not
In-N-Out's
not
good. I would say. If you just mean overrated is in the sense that it's
Everyone
not as good as people like claim it to be.
That's what I mean.
Fair enough. But
and then
like
John
on the overrated scale, I think it's just a little bit. Like people might think it's a 10, and I would say it's probably an 8. So like it's just barely overrated.
I'd say In-N-Out is a 9 out of 10 for me. What out of 10? What's In-N-Out? Don't say 5 or less.
Probably like a 7.
Fair enough.
But people are like, oh my god, like it's In-N-Out. Oh,
what's a 10 for you?
What's a better burger place? So that's like fast food. Exactly.
Good
night.
Dick's is so average, dude.
That place we went to last time.
Yeah, it's so average.
What if you don't want mustard? They're like, oh, too bad.
No, they got plain burgers now. They got plain burgers now.
Yeah, but
that's part of their appeal.
Like, hey, I want this, but no onions. Too bad.
No, okay. I will say, like fast food burgers, I think In-N-Out, off the top of my head, In-N-Out is probably the best. But it's just no. But listen,
it's the best fast food.
Shut up. Listen. But the way that people talk about In-N-Out, it's like, oh my god, In-N-Out.
Yeah, I think it's worthy.
No, nothing is worthy of that.
I just want to say, you guys like told me the R word and like saying gay is weird over here.
Yeah.
Like if you say oh my god around the religious people, it's like don't say God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's I forgot. You have to say oh my gosh. Or, oh my goodness.
Yeah. That.
Oh wow.
Or like just oh my. It's just become oh my now. Like, oh my. Yeah, that's it.
If I was to say oh my god in like a public place, would people look at me and be like, hey, don't say that? Or would they just look at you like...
No, it's not that extreme.
Okay.
Definitely not in public. I would say maybe like in like a private setting near someone who's super religious.
Yeah,
and
someone's house.
Like I would consider myself to be religious, but it also has to be someone who's confronting. Like I'm religious, but like I would never be like, bro, don't say that. Like I say it myself. You know what I mean? I just know we're like technically not supposed to. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
Like if I went to Louisiana for the first time, there would be things where I'm like, all right, I gotta make sure like... I don't know. I'm sure that there'd be things where I'm like, all right, I probably like shouldn't say this that I say in the West Coast because it's like, but that wouldn't be one of them that would cross my mind.
That's really the only one though, and it's not even that extreme. Like honestly,
what if I went like, oh Jesus Christ,
dude? People say that a lot.
People say that in Louisiana too. Like,
all right,
but I feel like that's worse than
it's only maybe I could like the only time I could see you being like confronted about it is like around like middle-aged white woman who's super religious or like her kids are around like oh my gosh don't you know what I mean but like besides that you know what I mean like
okay we had our little In-N-Out debate. Kyle thinks Chick-fil-A is also very overrated.
It's like it's good but it's like people just make the biggest deal about it. It's like it's good.
Chick-fil-A is the best.
I'm not saying it.
Chicken
I'm not saying
it.
You guys are acting like I'm saying it's shitty. It's not shitty.
I'll say this. It's not that it's like so outrageously delicious and that's why it's so good. It's so good because there's no like alternative that's anywhere near close. Like if you just want to go to a place and get like chicken that's not like super fried, it's gonna make you feel like shit after you eat it.
Isn't
like,
Whataburger pretty
clean? Good? Like no, that's what I'm saying. Like McDonald's and like Whataburger, they'll have like chicken sandwiches, but like it's not as good quality. It's like. You bite into it and it's like that paste chicken nugget type of chicken. It's not like real chicken like Chick-fil-A is.
Yeah.
I like new chickens though.
There's just nothing that comes close to like Chick-fil-A's quality and like you know what I mean.
Also, Kyle's been to Chick-fil-A once in his life
for sure. You gotta go again, bro.
Yeah, there's only one here and it's like on the most busy street ever, so it's always just packed around the corner. So it's like
packed out for a reason.
We should go again before I leave.
Oh,
what did you get?
Some chicken sandwich.
Some chicken.
Yeah, it's like
dude, Chick-fil-A sandwich with no pickles and the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, no pickles, exactly. I don't like pickles.
Okay, pickles are good. Kyle almost threw up when he ate pickles.
Pickles are gross, bro.
Dude, pickles are so bad.
Pickles are
yeah, but I was eating pickles with Oreos.
Yeah, we had a weird food contest.
Hot
take: Whataburger, trash.
That thing that I got, I had it once when I was with John in Texas. It was alright.
You said that yesterday, and I almost threw up.
Yeah, Blake was like, "What?"
Is Whataburger like? like glorified.
Like, what would
there.
what is it in compared to? Is
I
it
would
like
say-
Whataburger and McDonald's are on the
so
same
if
playing field?
In-N-Out's like a 9. Then I would say like Five Guys is like an 8.
Oh, Five Guys.
And then Whataburger's like a 7.5.
What's McDonald's then?
Like their burgers?
Like if
like-
Whataburger's a 7.5, just as a whole, Whataburger 7.5. Where's McDonald's?
I'll answer for burgers. Burgers like a 5.
Dude,
To be honest, McDonald's
like-
burgers are not that good.
They're
No.
gross, but like McDonald's
They are pretty
breakfast
gross.
is so good.
dude,
Yes.
but Whataburger's burgers
And McChickens.
are trash.
No,
They
stop.
Kyle didn't get like a real burger.
Yeah, I
he
got,
got
like,
like a
chicken
chicken
burger.
thing.
Do y'all have Sonic here?
Yeah, that's really trash.
They're really
so
far
bad.
away. It's really
So bad. Worst thing ever.
Dude, Sonic
So
is
trash.
so salty and
So
just
trash.
like trash.
Sonic is so good. Sonic is
I like the commercials.
similar to Whataburger.
hate
like,
the
I'd say
commercials.
like 7.5.
Really?
I think McDonald's is like a 5, and then Burger King is like a 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
Burger King's trash. I hate
Burger
Burger
King.
King.
I don't know how they're open. Like
Yeah,
They're so
I
bad.
hate Burger
I don't know
Not good.
anyone that likes Burger.
What do you think? What do you think
What
about
do you think?
Wendy's is good.
Have you ever had the chili at Wendy's?
No.
All right,
I
don't-
had like they have good chicken sandwiches.
Don't get it.
there.
My cousin worked there, and he said that the chili is like meat that fell on the floor, and they just toss it in this big bucket.
I don't know if I believe that.
No,
That'd be
but like,
terrible.
why would you lie about it? Like, why would he lie
He's
about
probably
it?
exaggerating. It's one of those things where like, oh yeah, I ate the pizza that fell on the dirty floor. It's like
All right,
you
next time I
kinda
talk to him, I'll
sorta-
ask him, and then I'll clarify.
Okay.
I'll come back.
Okay.
What about
We
Arby's?
should do like a top 5.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Arby's?
Arby's is good.
Don't say anything.
Thank you.
Wait.
Thank you.
Out of 10, what is it?
Like a 7.5. 8.
Oh.
See, that's probably higher than I would say. And John's like, oh, Arby's is like the worst.
Arby's, I would rather
7.
eat my own vomit for a month straight than go
Dude,
to Arby's.
First
No,
of
you would
all,
not.
their fries freaking slap.
Yes, dude. Their fries
And
are
then
so
their
good.
Their
freaking
roast
sandwiches.
beef is so gross.
It's delicious.
It's good. It's good.
It's like eating like
They have
rubber.
the meats, dude.
guys.
They have the
good.
meats. And their
Wait.
sauce is good, too.
Do you have Olive Garden there?
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, don't say
Breadsticks?
anything.
What's your opinion on
What's
Olive
your
Garden?
opinion on Olive Garden?
There's definitely way better Italian restaurants. It's probably like depending on like your experience, it could be like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
But it's good though. It's not. It's just all right though.
Hell yeah.
It's just decent.
John thinks Olive Garden's like the worst.
Olive Garden. Hey, one thing what can we all agree on?
Red
Red
Robin.
Robin, amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
there you go.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry, dude.
I know. So the reason we're all starving and talking about food is because we haven't eaten in like, I don't know, 6 hours, 8 hours,
5
something.
years.
I'm
Because
starving
we're
myself.
doing a long time ago. Kyle and I mentioned we shook on it that I thought I could eat more of a Costco pizza than him, and he thought he could eat more than me. Which, if you guys don't know, the Costco pizzas are like enormous, and they're really really good. And Blake is a machine, dude. This guy eats like I've never seen anybody eat in my life. In one sitting, one time you had 3 Subway footlongs.
3 Subway footlongs, 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches,
In one sitting?
Like, yeah.
3 Blaze pizzas, like 3 mod pizzas.
3 full-size mod pizzas.
In one sitting?
In one
In
sitting.
one sitting.
All of this. Dude, what are your shits like?
No, not all of them together.
okay.
Not he didn't go directly from Subway
These
to
are
Blaze.
different feats. Like one feet was 3 footlongs. Another one was 5 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Another one was 3 pizzas. But still, like
And
But still, what are your poops like, dude?
And then,
they're full.
I'm
and then
sure.
Casually, like yesterday, we go to the gym and he's like, I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Chipotle? He's like, yeah, sure. So we go in there and he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get 2 bowls. I'm like, wait, what? And he gets 2 full bowls and just devours them. And I ate like half of
Not
one.
a lot of food. It's like a snack.
But everything is cheaper in the South, right? Everything's more
I don't know.
affordable, right?
said.
We were
He said-
talking about that. Like, our cost of living as far as like housing is
Housing's-
cheaper.
yeah.
But I think food is the same. It's weird. So it's like
Oh.
I was wondering about that because me and John went to Subway today and I was like watching the girl make my sandwich or whatever. Sorry, that sounds super.
Watching her make my sandwich.
I was watching her create the product. Anyway,
That still sounds weird. All right, we get what you're saying.
and I was just wondering like if like the minimum wage is like 15 an hour here
Yeah. Oh, wait. Take a guess. What do you think minimum wage is?
in Lafayette.
$6.
Oh, no,
It's
not that
$7.25.
bad.
That sucks. dude.
$7.25.
$7.25.
Yeah, but like, so the cost of living as far as housing is cheaper, but food is the same. So like, for example, the girl making my sandwich, she's making $15 an hour, but like, how does the business make money if they're charging the same amount for food?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh.
if the food is the same
No,
price,
but I think,
I
at
think
least
it's
in
the
my
same.
experience, I think it is a little more expensive
I
here.
but
it
like
is
a
too.
little more expensive for
Right.
$7 an hour difference in.
No, that's the thing. It's not like $7 more. But I did notice like in Texas, the footlongs are maybe like $1 less than they are here. or
But like what
something.
I'm saying is like how does just a little bit more expensive food make up for like such a difference
know.
in wages?
I guess
I
they
don't
just
know.
net less.
Like, I feel like being a business owner here would be a nightmare. Like,
yeah.
Everything is Even
Well,
just
yeah,
rent
'cause
is expensive too. Rent
Yeah.
is so expensive here.
what's expensive?
Rent. Like
to
Oh,
live.
yeah. I was telling John, so I'm hoping to buy a house, like, within, like, a year or so. And, like, I'm going to get a brand new house for, like, $200,000.
And it's like
Like, just build
like
it.
nice.
oh my god.
It's like
That'd be like $1 million
your
here.
Yeah, like any house in a neighborhood
Hmm.
here, you can't find a neighborhood home for like less than $1 million probably. It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
At
wild.
least like a newer house.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, we've been going for a while. At the beginning we had a little bit of audio issues, so hopefully you guys didn't notice. If you did, hopefully it got all fixed and sounds good by now. Anyways, this has been really fun. Blake, you got to come visit again.
You got to come.
Dude,
I
I
know.
want to go to Louisiana.
Yeah.
Shit.
Louisiana.
Go to
Once
Louisiana.
you get a house, we can come down. You just got to have like
Go to Mardi Gras.
oh.
Hey,
Get a
let's plan it.
float?
Let's count on it right now. We got to shake on it. Mardi Gras next year. I'll have a house. You guys can come. Mardi Gras.
Yeah?
It'll be in like March, probably February, March.
I'm with
Yes.
it.
I'm a fist bump guy.
Fit three-way fist
Uh,
bump.
Three-way.
Right in the middle.
Ooh.
Oh.
That
Nice.
was really
Alright.
white. I go to fist bumps because I never know what handshake to do.
My
Almost-
hand's sweaty, so that's good
Almost
for
said
you
the
guys.
G word right there.
You
But I
don't
didn't.
What would be your go-to if someone was walking up, you didn't meet him, and he was going like this? What would be your
Ooh.
go-to thing?
I'd be here.
This guy, this one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like. Yo,
It's
you
all
ever
about
see
the
people
gentleman
go like
handshake.
that.
It's the gentleman
It-
handshake. I don't want to feel your palm.
Well, so there's this. There's regular
that.
handshake.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a gentleman handshake.
There's like
there's
if
that
you, There's
one.
that, and then there's like
That. Or there's the one where you
Ooh.
do that, and then they reach around
You
and hug
hug,
you.
yeah.
I like that. I like that too. I'm either a gentleman, or like you do this, you
And then
like do
hug
the
'em?
side hug and you stop.
Yeah.
You don't like do the.
Oh, you don't
Oh,
finish.
you don't finish with the
No,
follow
you don't
through.
finish with
You
the-
don't finish. You
you
don't
don't
follow through.
You don't finish with the finger.
All right.
Oh.
Well, anyways, thank
Interesting.
you guys so much for watching or listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. We're almost at 20 freaking episodes, dude. It's
Wow.
crazy.
Time flies when you're
We're having fun.
podcasting.
Yep.
Blake, where can they follow you in your business and get in touch with you?
So like wedding, videography, and photography, bolgianamedia.com, and then personal youtube.com/BlakeBolgiano.
Cool. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Same old guys. Instagram KyleStafford36, Twitter KStaff36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on literally everything.
Yep. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram.
And Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist.
We might be up there.
We sell our bodies.
Yeah.
Like our hand. Like
Anything to get money.
Yeah.
We sell our podcast too on USB thumb drives.
Yeah. It's like pirated.
Yeah, I sell my body for money.
When we hit 50 reviews,
I'm a prostitute.
Right before we start.
Sorry.
Can you chill?
Yeah. I'm more of an escort, actually. It's a better term. Escort. I'm an escort. I'm not an escort. Let's move on. Sorry.
When we sat down, I had Blake write a review and leave a rating on Apple Podcasts, and it literally. How long did it take you, Blake? Less than a minute?
30 seconds.
Bam.
There you go.
There you go. You heard it here first. So go leave a review. When we hit 50, we're going to belly flop into a freezing lake. It's going to be so fun. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Drop a like, comment down below. Have a great day. See ya.
Goodbye.